KIMT News 3, coverage you can count on. This is KIMT News 3 at 6.
A man has finally been charged in the ongoing suspicious death investigation of an Olmsted County woman. I'm KIMT News 3's Jessica Bringy with what law enforcement is still asking of the community.
Plus, roads and sidewalks could look different in the future. I'm KIMT News 3's Alec Lasham live with a look at the active transportation plan.
And I am tracking some changes in our forecast as we're watching a cold front building in from the west, and that's going to bring some colder air, but also some pretty good rain to the area. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight for KIMT News 3 at 6. I'm Tyler Utska. First tonight, we're continuing our coverage of the arrest made in an Olmsted County suspicious death investigation. 41-year-old Timothy Loftus is in custody for his connection to the death of 28-year-old Tia Arleth. KIMT News 3's Jessica Bringy has been following this case since Arleth's body was found on June 17th. And Jessica, like we've said, you've been covering this from the beginning, and this is a huge development in this case.
Tyler, absolutely, especially for the family. Tyler, during a press conference this afternoon, the Olmsted County Sheriff's Office says this arrest and the new charges can finally give Arleth's family a sense of justice. Arleth's body was found badly decomposed under a tarp in rural Haverhill Township back in June of this year. Today, Timothy Loftus from Rochester was charged with third-degree homicide and interference with a dead body. Arleth's toxicology report revealed she had fentanyl in her system at the time of her death, and investigators believe after she died, Loftus moved her body. If this case does go to trial, the district attorney says the charges can be difficult to prove, but the office is confident there's enough evidence to convict. However, the sheriff's office says if there's anyone who still has more information in this case, they're encouraged to come forward to strengthen it.
That is, and someone still has information that could help us further the case along, we would definitely ask them to come forward and reach out to the sheriff's office with anything they may have.
You know, there's still lots of investigation to go. Again, if people in the community have information that would help us continue to put these pieces together, that'd be wonderful. We'd love to hear from them.
According to the criminal complaint, a hypodermic needle was located near Arleth's body, along with a small plastic bag containing a pill. There was also a dolly cart identified as one previously found in Loftus's garage. Investigators also do tell me they believe Loftus provided those drugs to Arleth. All of that together could help convict Loftus if the case does go to trial. Tyler.
All right, Jessica, thank you so much. Now, Loftus is facing a maximum sentence of 25 years in prison. He does have a criminal history and was already in custody on other drug charges before today's filing. To some breaking news now, an elderly Zumbrota person was found dead inside a home filled with smoke this afternoon. The Zumbrota Police Department was notified of a fire alarm in the 600 block of 5th Street West around 1:15 this afternoon, and the house was engulfed in smoke when officers got on scene. Police were told there was a person along with 2 dogs inside that home. Zumbrota Fire found the victim unresponsive and was pronounced dead after crews attempted some life-saving measures. The 2 dogs survived, and the investigation into how the fire started is ongoing. Let's get to your forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Aaron White. Kind of a gloomy day, not a lot of sunshine, but those winds from yesterday, they're still sticking around a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, but they are keeping us on the mild side today. We had highs in the 60s, so still looking okay. But Tyler, we are tracking some changes in the forecast going through tonight into tomorrow. You look at the temperatures here across the upper Midwest. You can see the mild where we have that area of orange, 71 right now in Des Moines, 64 in Minneapolis. Meanwhile, Sioux Falls, 44 behind that cold front, and that's going to bring us the colder air, of course, but also some rain going into tonight and tomorrow. As we look at temperatures right now, yeah, still mild into the 60s. We are dry, a little bit of mist here and there, but looking off towards the west, we got some snow showers in parts of South Dakota, and we will see some pretty good rain going into tomorrow and Saturday. I'll have a look at how much rainfall we can all see coming up here, my full forecast.
All right, thank you, Aaron. New at 6, the Rochester City Council approves the new active transportation plan and did so this week, and that will officially replace the bicycle master plan. KIMT News 3's Alec Lasham spoke with city leaders about it. And Alec, tell us more about what this is and what it means for us.
Well, Tyler, the city says to think of it as a guiding document for future road projects. The city says the goal of the plan is to make sure walkways and roads are accessible for all ages and capabilities. That means making roads more accessible to walkers, bikers, or other modes of transportation. The city also says the new plan will not make changes to existing roads like Elton Hills Drive and will be applied differently to individual projects. A member with city staff says the goal of the plan is to hopefully get more people to use active transportation.
In Rochester, just about 50% of trips made throughout the city are 3 miles or under. And so, nationally speaking, those trips of that distance are typically the best candidates for converting from, single occupancy vehicles to active transportation.
He says the city's next steps is to look into areas where walkers or bikers utilize the most. Live in Rochester, Alec Lasham, KIMT News 3.
All right, Alec, thank you very much. And the next Rochester City Council meeting will be on November 14th. The city of Minneapolis has a new police chief. The city council there unanimously approved the hiring of Brian O'Hara after being nominated by Mayor Jacob Frey 2 months ago. He recently served as deputy mayor of Newark, New Jersey. He says both cities are similar. Newark used to be a city that had crime and mistrust, which he compares to current Minneapolis. All 13 council members voted yes on O'Hara's confirmation.
Change takes time, and obviously no one person can bring forth the culture change that people want to see. It's not going to happen overnight, and there's a lot of hard work ahead. There are a lot of serious challenges facing the city and facing this police department.
And Mayor Frey, who is standing behind O'Hara, says this moment matters in a context of history right now. He says they've taken a number of extraordinary steps to make the change and that they all want to see that change. A woman found herself in the crossfire of a shooting that happened near a liquor store in Minneapolis earlier this week. Here's video surveillance cameras that show the moments just before 3 masked juveniles walked into a parking lot near Lowry and Penn Avenues North, then opened fire. Video also shows the Metro Transit bus pulling up before gunfire erupts. A city council member there spoke with the owner of that store, who says he keeps his property clear, but the problem is the adjacent lot where people tend to gather.
It's a vacant county lot that we need to do something with. There's a lot of people sitting in that area that like a park. People just set up on this county vacant lot, start grilling, start selling food out of food trucks, and that brings unwanted traffic to his business.
Vita, who you see right here, is chair of the Public Safety Committee and says what's called Operation Endeavor is working. That's a coalition of law enforcement working to get some of the most violent criminals along with drugs and guns off the street. But she believes more can be done.
We have these organizations like Reverend McAfee's, who the 21 Days of Peace, maybe this is how we partner with them and have some ongoing monitoring of these places and a presence. We know that presence changes everything.
Vita believes continued collaboration between police and the community is key. The 2 people injured in that shooting are expected to be okay, and police are investigating, but they don't have anyone in custody just yet. Well, so ahead right here at 6, a new 3-way railroad project is being worked on along 3 states in the Midwest. What Wisconsin officials are saying about the need for better rail service. Plus, sadly, none of us are winners of the Powerball jackpot, but hey, there was a ticket sold in Minnesota worth $1 million. How much Saturday's Powerball jackpot is going to be this time?
KIMT News 3 at 6. Your local news with KIMT News 3's Tyler Yutzka. Tracking storms with Storm Team 3 Chief Meteorologist Aaron White. This is KIMT News 3. More local news that is happening right now. We are coverage you can count on.